David, it'd be great if you could give us a brief update as to what SISO have been up to in the last few weeks.
Yes, hi Dan. It continues to be a busy year for SISO and the industry in general. Um, we had Global Exhibitions Day on June 2nd, and here in the US, we promoted that under the Exhibitions and Conferences Alliance as the Legislative Action Day, our first fly-in, virtual fly-in. Unfortunately, we had to do it online.
Sure.
But this was a continuation of the Exhibitions Day advocacy efforts that IE had started many years ago, and is now taken over by the Exhibitions and Conferences Alliance, which is run jointly by SISO and IAEE, with David Dubois and myself serving as co-presidents of that group. The main focus of that advocacy work on June 2nd was to help promote the proposed Hospitality Commerce Jobs Recovery Act, which is providing, it's a wide act for stimulus and support of many sectors, but it does provide for some excellent tax credits for attendees and exhibitors to participate in events. So it now has, I think, 86 co-sponsors from Congress, with a number of senators as well. And we're quite hopeful that that will continue to get more co-sponsors and actually hopefully come for discussion and votes this summer at some point. We also continue to do our case studies, our in-depth case studies. We were at the World of Concrete in Las Vegas a week or so ago, and they had Informa had a tremendously successful event there. We were wonderful to see it. The Las Vegas Convention Center opened its new West Hall building for the first time for that event. It was great to see it. I personally hadn't seen the building since it started construction, so it was wonderful to see it already finished. And there was a lot of industry folks there. We had a roundtable discussion put on by MDG and Freeman, and hosted by the Las Vegas Convention Visitors Authority. And it was great just to be in person. No masks required for those of us that were vaccinated. Pretty much anywhere in Vegas. Once you got out of the airport, the hotels were allowing no masks for vaccinated people, the convention center, the restaurants, the city in general. So it really did feel like getting back to normal.
Just give us a sense of the industry in the US at the moment, in terms of states that are opening up, requirements from a health and safety perspective, and shows in general.
Pretty much every state in the U.S. is now open for business. Even California removed all of its restrictions this last week, I think. So shows are going forward now quite quickly. In fact, Hervé Sedky, SISO's current chair, and the ECA current chair, reported when we were together in Las Vegas doing a session on the advocacy work. He shared with the group that Emerald has 21 events in the month of August alone.
Yeah.
A large number of them in Las Vegas. So we're seeing a lot of shows going ahead. My own company, we had one of our events a week or so ago at a tech conference, and we had very good participation with it, about 80% of what it was pre-COVID. And in fact, we've got 5 more events in the next 11 weeks that we're producing. So it's going to be a busy summer.
Absolutely.
It will certainly be the busiest summer I think our industry over here has seen if ever.
And obviously there's been pent-up demand from exhibitors, sponsors, and I guess obviously the delegates visiting these events.
There is, and obviously there's still a lot of reticence. So, World of Concrete had a smaller event. As I said, our event was smaller, not as much as some. We've also had to cancel an event. We had an event that we had to cancel last year. It was rescheduled for February of this year. We postponed it to June in Boston, and in March and April, Boston still didn't have an open plan, and we couldn't get the support, so we had to cancel it. So we're now focused on that one for next year. So it depends somewhat on sectors. It depends on the confidence level in that particular sector. For the shows, it depends a lot on the international makeup or domestic. The US, of course, like China, is a very national market. The vast majority of shows are for the local market, regional market, or the national market. And so the level of international participation does impact how quickly those shows can come back.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where I guess the virtual element of events comes in, allowing that international audience to participate.
Yes, I personally don't like using the virtual word, but there's a lot of focus on hybrid, and a lot of people are working towards expanding the potential participation, and some have had great success in being able to bring new customers from further afield into their events, and that, of course, is the ultimate goal: serve the customers you've had and find new ones.
So tell us about the Summer Leadership Conference.
The SISO Summer Conference will be in Louisville this year, August 24 to 26. We're very excited to be bringing it together. We just opened registration this week and already have people signing up for it. Obviously, it's a critical year for many. It will be a busy year, as we talked about, for many. So August typically is a very quiet month for most, so that's why we hold it then. It will be a lot busier this year. But we have a lot of interest and a lot of people coming in for it. We will be focused on a number of aspects. We are going to be having general sessions on things such as the economy and obviously looking at the upcoming year on how the industry is going to respond to rebuilding from COVID. We're also going to expand our breakout tracks and sessions, which we started in 2019, so that we have dedicated tracks for marketing, operations, revenue, small business, so that people can get into more roundtable discussions and open discussions rather than just sitting in the main general sessions. And of course, Louisville will provide some entertainment, and I'm sure there'll be some bourbon.
And how does it differ from the CEO Summit, David?
We try. The SISO CEO Summit is the largest gathering of C-level execs in our industry from around the world every year, and it is very much a strategic, focused event for those C-level execs to share and, frankly, work together, partner together, do deals together. The SISO Summit Conference is more tactical in nature, so more operational. So we focus much more on the show directors, the VPs, the division heads, people actually running the businesses, running the shows, and giving them actionable intelligence and information and opportunities to share themselves.
Sure. And tell us about the SISO Women's Leadership Forum, which is obviously running on August 23rd, so during the leadership conference.
Yes, we started our SISO Women's Special Interest Group some years ago, and we hold two events each year: the Executive Women's Forum, which leads into the SISO CEO Summit, and the SISO Women's Leadership Forum, which leads into the Summer Conference. So it will actually start on the Monday afternoon and run through Tuesday. And the main Summer Conference program starts with a reception on Tuesday evening and runs through Wednesday up to Thursday lunchtime. Mary Larkin and a great team from our Women's Special Interest Group plan the content for that event and are working feverishly to finalize that right now. So we expect to see great participation for that event in Louisville as well.
Sure. And obviously everyone can find out and get updated about the event on the siso.org website.
Correct. siso.org or siso.org/summer will get you directly there.